Here we go! Here we go! Here we go! Oh, there's too much stuff to even. All right, there's the vehicles landing in.
Attention all squads. The Russian troops are falling back. Do whatever you can to secure the sector.
Huge maps.
We pushed them back, but not far enough.
So this is all pre-alpha gameplay. So this is just kind of an idea of what it's going to look like. But this is not final. There's a screenshot. You know, okay. That may be a little overpowered. I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. We'll see. That might be a little overpowered. Tango, what's up, buddy? Now that's what I want to see. I want to see tank gameplay. That's what I'm excited about. I want to drive an M1A5 Abrams. This has got a little bit of a Battlefield 2142 vibe to it. Everything's really red on here too. I was a little worried about the tornadoes too. Okay, so that showcases how you change things up. I kind of like the, I like the little comedic aesthetics they've got of this. Yes! Jeep stuff! I don't think that would be, that kind of zip line doesn't seem overpowered to me at all. That seems like a that could be a balanced part of the game. That grappling hook is what, like, really kind of freaked me out. So there is revives. You do have revives, so you still have a medic. Really interested in the wingsuit as well. Apparently when you get around the tornado, it starts to bring you up and you can use that, but... This is huge. I was just watching on E3 website and thought might stream and say, hey, thank you. Thank you. Thanks for coming in, man. Ever-changing battlefield. Cool stuff. October 22nd, 2021. October 15th is the early pass. So if you go ahead and pre-order it now, you get to go in early. What's going on, guys? This is Hitchy Good with Hitchy Good Gaming, and you just saw my live reaction to the gameplay event. Pretty cool, pretty stoked about this. I know some things that I've really been concerned about with Battlefield is three things basically. That's skill-based matchmaking, and so far it doesn't seem like we're gonna see any of that skill-based matchmaking. Maybe, you know, if we go into the their version of Warzone, Hazard Zone, we might see that. It hasn't, you know, come to fruition yet. But I'm just going to be very happy to play a game that doesn't have it, because let's be honest, skill-based matchmaking is the socialism of the gaming world. If you are doing bad and you're a bad player, it rewards you. If you're doing good and you're a great player, it punishes you. Very much like, you know, this whole tax the rich scheme has preached. But anyways, guys, skill-based matchmaking doesn't look like it's going to be there. Anti-cheat, I'm sure they're probably going to have something like that, but probably one of my other biggest concerns was politics, keeping politics out of the game. And Daniel Berlin just came out recently and said, nope, this is just a game. We're not getting into politics. Thank you, Daniel Berlin. That is fantastic to know that we are focusing more on the gameplay, more on having a good time than some kind of leftist liberal narrative. So let's go ahead and get started here. And this opening gameplay, it's kind of hard to capture, pause it at the exact right part, but we're going to break this down. See, like I said. Okay, so this is very reminiscent of Operation Whiteout. As you can see, now keep in mind this is, you know, pre-alpha gameplay. So this is not exactly what it's going to look like, but even being pre-alpha, this looks pretty good. I'm still struggling a little bit with the color of the UI. Of course, I can probably change that. It's not a big deal. I probably want a little bit more green to make it, to me, a little more futuristic looking or modern looking. I guess I probably get that from Modern Warfare 2 and growing up and playing those games. As you can see here, E1 is showing, that's another representation of, hey, you got to capture, like 2 or 3 points on one flag in order to be, your team to be receiving points for it. We see what looks like an Osprey in the distance. We got another Apache right here. A lot of people parachuting in, so I'm wondering if there's like a spawn beacon up top, or are they jumping in from someplace that's much higher, like maybe we saw in the trailer. Not sure, but we'll see. You do have, there are going to be revolvers in this game, and it looks like he's got some kind of sniper rifle right here, but it's very hard to tell with the outline. Right here, everybody's been a little bit worried about the wingsuits being overpowered. I'm not sure if they're going to be. It depends on how much control you have over them. Seems like you do have a decent amount of control, and you should, because it's a wingsuit. And whenever you get close to the tornadoes, it will end up catching you up and giving you a little bit more speed and altitude. Right here, you can see that there is a Chris Vector with what looks to be a very huge extended mag, which I've never seen on those. But for a Vector, that's probably really, really advantageous in combat, because it goes through ammo so fast. Probably like a 3-time scope here on this Magnum. Looks like it could be a med kit or something down here, but really it's not clear enough to even be able to speculate. So let's see, here's some more hovercraft out here. I'm thinking and kind of hoping that they get rid of this right here. This just seems like a big block of wasted space, it looks like a button that you would press if it were a mobile game and you needed like a countermeasure or something to be readily available to you, and it's a big button so you can press it really quick. That's what that looks like to me. Of course, we're still seeing 4-man squads here, which I expect to go up to 5 whenever we, get real beta gameplay or anything a little closer to the final finished product. All right, we've already seen the Osprey flying over there. I've looked through that screenshot. There's not a lot to get. This is what I'm excited about, is the tank gameplay. I think that's going to be really, really fun. The tanks look absolutely badass, and I cannot wait to jump into an M1A5 Abram. Seen that before. And there's the grappling hook. That's one thing I'm worried about a little bit, is the grappling hook. It looks like it might be a little bit overpowered. I'll explain why when it gets to it. So, this looks like the stadium, I think. Okay, so hang on, let's back that up. Yeah, so he's inside the stadium. He looks like he's taking off from the stadium. Maybe that may be a base, and the other base is inside the city. But yeah, so this is the stadium. The stadium and that city are all in the same map.
We push them back, but not far enough. Do not let them regroup.
Particle effects look really nice so far. I know a lot in the older Battlefield games, both in Battlefield 4 and in Battlefield 1, whenever you would take a plane out, of course you would see, the jet or the biplane coming out. As soon as it got hit, it kind of stays, and then a clone of it kind of, keeps going and then dies and sits there and spins on the ground. That's supposed to be fixed. I didn't mind it in Battlefield 1 because it's kind of neat looking, I guess. It's part of the sandbox appeal. But here's what I'm a little bit concerned about. Let's say that this guy right here is an enemy of mine, or this guy right here is, doesn't have him behind him. Let's say you got up here, you've cleared everything behind you, there shouldn't be anybody there, and all of a sudden somebody just kind of arbitrarily, randomly comes up behind you and kills you through no fault of your own. Now, I know there's a lot of times in these Battlefield games where you do die from no fault of your own, but I think that needs to be minimized to a certain degree. And to me, I think this could be abused and definitely overpowered. If you've cleared behind yourself, you should have a reasonable expectation that, there's nobody behind you. Reasonable. Now, there's another thing, too, that I've noticed. What is going on with this reticle right here? I'm not sure. I don't know if it's like a sprint recharge or maybe hold your breath recharge or whatever. This looks like it could be some kind of like sniper rifle with iron sights, but it looks like a regular assault rifle right here. But you'll notice this right here seems to recharge. Watch that white goes down. I'm not sure what that is. So leave in the comments. You can speculate a little bit. So here's another screenshot. Now, see, there's the stadium, and it's still got that odd look to it. Of course, this is pre-alpha, so we'll see. And I'm just seeing this right here on all of the aircraft, so I'm pretty confident to say that those are flares. And I love the animation of dropping one of these ends. That right there, that's pretty cool. We'll see what happens. And I'm not sure if that's how it's gonna be. Like if you absolutely have to drop one in, or if you can take off from your base. I don't know. I cannot wait for some tank gameplay. Now that right there, that reminds me of Battlefield 2142 a decent amount. That's one of my favorite things to do right there, is sniping these helicopters out of the air. And that looks like a Sabo round, which should be the highest muzzle velocity available for you to be able to take out helicopters. And if they actually blow up and explode like this to where they fly through the air, that would be pretty cool if they're doing it at speed. I'm just taking a minute to look at that beautiful tank. That's cool. I like that. And I like the lights on them too. I think that really adds to the realism. And you better bet, if there was ever a tornado out there with all that sand, it would probably knock out communications for miles just because of all the static electricity in the air. And here's the part that's got a little bit of comedic effect to it. Now, in the live one, I thought I heard elevator music. Of course, that could just be me, but I don't hear it here. But this looks like they're showing off the mechanics for being able to change up parts of your rifle, of your loadout. It looks like you got a couple different options. It looks like you're probably just gonna end up picking and choosing, maybe putting a star beside whatever you want to be on your access, to be easily accessible. You've got your sights here, different ammo. Of course, I don't think you should be able to use different ammunition that's chambered. Of course, you're using something like an M4 that can take 223 and the 5.56 ammo. Yeah, that's fine. But if you can't reliably, if the gun can't take a different ammo in real life, it doesn't need to be able to take it here. You shouldn't be able to just rechamber your whole gun like that. It looks like you got grips down here and barrel extensions. Looks like a monolithic suppressor from Warzone. I'm not sure. That's kind of a neat mechanic, and I think if we end up taking advantage of that, I think some of the better players will be doing that from time to time. Now, see, that's really fast. I would much rather that take time, like you see him take it off, put it back on. So maybe you only have a chance to do one of those things, and you have to choose which one you want. Do you want to put a red dot on it or keep it 4 times? Do you want to put something that's going to help you aim down sight or, reduce recoil? I want a little bit more of a penalty to that. And maybe there will be. Like I said, it's pre-alpha. We'll see. And here is the Jeep stuff. Yes. Now see, this right here, I like the fact that you can go from one building to the other. I think this is going to reduce rooftop campers. I mean, you saw that a lot in Battlefield 4. Crap, that is huge. I don't know if that's an Apache, but it is huge, whatever it is. And you can see he kind of picks up altitude the closer he gets. There's that tuck again. I don't even know what that's called because we don't have anything like that in the United States. We don't have anything that small. Maybe a smart car, but yes. And the reflections on the ground are pretty dang cool as well. I think with the next graphics engine, with Battlefield 5, they did it. And it should be, I don't think there's any reason for them not to do it here. So this game has the potential to be the best looking Battlefield and look absolutely amazing when it comes out. And this is just pre-alpha footage, and it already looks pretty dang good. Get hit markers, do that. Cool. For some reason in the in the live when I was thinking it was said, I was just automatically thinking November 22nd because that's real, or October 22nd, because I think that's where it's available to everybody. I think October 15th, that's the early access, but July 22nd, that's pretty soon. Looking forward to seeing a lot more of this. And in the meantime, of course, we're going to be pumping out Battlefield 4 videos like crazy. Had a lot of fun doing that, and I'm really psyched because Battlefield 4, every single time I've looked at it, it's always had like 100 to 200 viewers on Twitch. Now it's like, you hop on sometimes and it's like 3, 4, 5, 8,000 people watching Battlefield 4. That's how much people are hyped for this game. I'm hyped for it. Like I said, they've addressed like 3 of my biggest concerns so far. And I'm saying they've addressed 3 of them because with anti-cheat, I'm pretty sure they're going to have an anti-cheat. We'll see how it goes. If they do a free to play, that's going to be a little bit harder. I'd almost rather it not be free to play. And I know people said they made a big mistake with that in the past. I think they made a big mistake with it just because they had a crappy game, to be honest. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me and watching this. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're looking forward to Battlefield 2042. If you would, like and subscribe once again to help your favorite all-American freedom-loving gamer. We would really appreciate that. God bless America. God bless you. Get you good out.